Hello everyone. How are we doing? Happy Monday. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. This is The Story Continues, part 35. 35 parts. Insanity. But listen, I'm glad to be here, okay? I hope you're glad to be here. We have a few things to get through. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you rested. I hope you did something you enjoyed. I hope it was restorative for you. I hope you're feeling well, or as well as you can be. I'm doing okay. My weekend was restorative. I got a lot of things done and also didn't get a lot of things done. But that's all right. I had a good weekend overall. Okay, so today I'm going to do some channeling. I have some new cards that I want to use. I channeled a few people. It took me a little bit longer than I thought it would, but that's okay. That's fine. I got some good stuff. I'm going to. I keep changing what readings I'm doing, but I'm going to do. I'm going to do KAMALA, obviously. I'm going to do a reading with NATO. I'm going to do Elon and Donald Trump for the month of March. I want to do KAMALA for March. And I want to possibly, I'm not sure if I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that one. I'm just going to do NATO, KAMALA, Elon, and DT. Okay. Let's see what comes out. There were a few things that happened globally. The Germany election turned out well. I'm going to take a look to see how Elon feels about that. And I'll talk about that when I get to Mark Ruta. I did channel him. Okay. So let's jump in. I don't have much else to say because I'm probably going to talk a lot tomorrow when I do the Q&A. Oh yeah, if you're wondering how you put the question for the Q&A, you go to my channel and then you'll see like home, video, playlist, and then you'll see another thing that says posts. So that is the community tab. So you click on that and you will see a new post there with the video with KAMALA, and you can respond by putting your question in that post. Okay, so ask your question in that post and I'll collect it, and then when I do the Q&A tomorrow, hopefully you would have put your question in. Okay. All right. So, oh yes, if you want a personal reading, you can go in the description of my channel and the link is there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can email me moonlightennergy15@gmail.com and I will send you the link, okay? All right, let's get into it. So I'm going to start the channel messages. Let's see here. What am I doing first? So I channeled Happy Black History Month, guys. I channeled a few people. Okay, so first person I channeled was Maya Angelou. And I should have done her sooner. Okay. So, I mean, do I have to explain? I'll explain who she is. If you might not know who she is, but everyone knows who Maya Angelou is. She was a poet, world renowned, okay? She was a civil rights activist, a singer, a dancer. She wrote many books. She wrote many memoirs. Her life was extraordinary. She she had an interesting life. Okay, and so look her up. Look up her work. Okay, very powerful. And I channeled her, and it was interesting. All right, so, hold on. When I channeled her, I felt her waiting for me, and she greeted me, "Hello, Kimberly." And she was like, "You have some questions." She asked me, "You have some questions for me?" And then she said, "Ask me your questions." I said, "Okay." And so I asked her about her feelings on the status of the United States, and she said, "What status?" Things have always been, she said, "Things have always been as they have been. There have been changes, but it also remains the same." I was surprised by her answers, but kind of not really. Okay. I asked her about Donald Trump. She said, "Donald Trump was chosen to expose everyone. He is here to expose corruption, greed, hatred. They did not learn the first time, so here we are a second time." I asked her, did she believe he will last as president? She said, "Him lasting as president isn't the issue. The question is, will we last as a people?" She came off as very philosophical. Okay. I asked her, why did she ask that? She said, "This is another great challenge for us. We have to rise to the challenge. I am questioning if we will." She felt worried. She felt very worried for a society and how we respond to this. I said, "Why are you questioning if we will?" She said, "Because times are different. Things seem easier. We respond, and she was speaking in the we. She said, "We respond to information. We respond differently to information." Then she said, I have hope that we will rise," she was saying. Because times are different. Things seem easier. I asked her, how can we continue to rise? She said, this was interesting. We have an opportunity to teach our children better. We have to show them we can be better. She said, we have to show them we can always be better. I asked her about Kamala Harris. She said, "Kamala Harris is an amazing woman. She is the true leader, and it will be shown." Maya Angelou is so still. Her body, it just feels like unmovable. And she's talking, and almost it's like, I don't know. There's this why she's wise, right? She has always been, but it felt, she feels, first of all, she's very powerful. A lot of the people that I channel, this energy is very strong. But it's like she is more than, I don't know. She got a lot of energies going up. She has different aspects of herself. She is many layered, but it almost feels like, this is what I'm about to say. It feels like goddess energy, like she is a past life. I don't know, like we're all speaking. They were all speaking to me at the same time, but through her. It was her, but it's also her other, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying, but it felt like all her past lives were sitting with her. Through her. That's what it felt like. Anyway. And then I asked her when she said, it will be shown, and it will be shown. And then she showed me, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I have my eyes closed and I'm seeing people marching. I wrote some things, and I'm like, is she giving me a download? And she was. That's why I felt like it was multiple energies that were related to her. All of her past lives. It sounds strange, but that's what it felt like. It really drained me, too. I'm really, first of all. Alright, so my eyes are closed because I asked her, well, what makes you think that it will be shown? And I thought she wasn't gonna, like they've been saying, I can't show you. But no. I don't know if the energy has shifted and now I'm being shown more things. My ears were ringing like crazy yesterday. I knew my guys were trying to talk to me, but I needed rest. I just wanted to do other things yesterday. But I knew something was happening. I could feel it. I get this feeling, this sensation on the back of my neck, like by my spine, and my ears kept ringing all day yesterday. But anyway, she showed me people marching, heavy. The energy behind it was intense. It was like a mob. Not a mob, but kind of like that. And I wrote demanding the truth. That they were demanding the truth. Because, and I wrote being relentless, not stopping. And then I wrote, because information came out. There was information coming out. And the truth, and he knows the truth. And that's the impression. That's what I saw. And that's the impression she gave me. That a truth was found out, that the people are demanding this sorry. But they are demanding this truth, and they are so relentless that they have no choice but to give in to what they're demanding. Yeah, that's what I wrote. People are protesting and demanding that they have no choice but to surrender and to give in, and more investigation, more intense investigations happening. That's what she showed me. And that was the impression she pushed upon me. That something will happen where some truth is going to come out. Right? We kind of knew that. And that the people will be so angry about it and demanding that something be done, that everyone will have no choice but to give in to the demand. It will be a relentless, intense protest. that won't stop. People, and that reminds me of the cards I pulled for the collective of like knowing a truth and then saying no, this is what we know to be true, and not wavering from that. I think I pulled those cards. If you guys remember, put it down in for the collective. I think it was in 30. What are we on? 35? Maybe 32 or 33. One of those. The story continues. But that's what she showed me, and I sat there for a minute, and I was like, she just gave me a download. She just showed that, and it felt so. I knowing intuitively it was true. That people will be. This is the truth that they know, and you have to do something. That they will be so relentless that they can't ignore it. No matter what they try to do. I dropped a card. That was interesting and true. It felt like, whoa, I had to stop and be like, this is... So that's Maya Angelou in all her past lives, and powerful person sitting there. And it just occurred to me because I was like, what is this heavy energy that she's pushing, that I'm feeling in her? Like heavy stuff. And I'm like, this is more than one energy that I'm experiencing talking to me. That it was her speaking, but I felt their presence like behind her. Crazy. All right. Man. Next person I channeled was Mary Jane McLeod, and I just felt drawn to her. She was many things. She was an educator. Okay. She was born from former slaves, of 17 children. She was the 15th of 17 children. That's interesting. That's interesting to me. But she was a philanthropist. She was a humanitarian. She was a womanist. She was a feminist. She founded the National Council of Negro Women in 1935. She established a flagship journal, Afro-American Women's Journal. She presided over many African American women organizations, including the National Association for Colored Women and National Youth Administration, the Negro Division. She did something with the United Nations. She was the only African American woman officially a part of the U.S. delegation that created the United Nations Charter. She did so much. She started an African American private school for students, and it later became the famous Bethune Cookman University. She did so much stuff, and one thing that stuck out to me, she has a lot of ties to Daytona, Florida. She was born in South Carolina. She moved to Daytona, Florida, and she was a teacher there. She built her own school, first of all. She started her own school for African American children, and she built desks and benches out of crates. Like, she just did. She saw what needed to be done, and she did it. So resourceful, but when she was in Florida, she was horrified that there was one of her students who had appendicitis, and the hospital wouldn't treat the child because the child was black. And I was just, we've been through so much, black people. And she started a hospital. She started a hospital in Daytona, Florida. What was it called? McLeod Hospital. That's what it was called. It was open for over 2 decades. She started with 2 beds, and within a few years held 20 beds. And it served both black and white people. And many black lives were saved through that hospital. It was a cabin near the school. And she raised money, and she found sponsors, both black and white, and both black and white doctors worked there, and both black and white nurses worked there, and it was a prominent hospital. And both black and white people went to that hospital. So those are some of the things she did. Okay, and this woman, she did. Okay, so let's get to her channeling. She greeted me with, "Yes, child." Very calm. I wrote on the back. Her energy is very calm, unmovable. She's wise. She's caring. Okay. And she has a knowing. Okay, I asked her about the status of the United States. She said things will get better. In this calm, she speaks slowly. Okay. In this calmness, things will get better. It will take some time, but things always heal. That's what she said. I asked her about Donald Trump. And she paused for a long, long time. She paused and she said, "Who is he?" And then she said, "I can't be bothered with someone who is not important. We are stronger than him, especially women. He is weak." That's what she said. Who is he? She paused for so long. I asked her, what will happen to Trump? She said, it doesn't matter. No one will know him years from now. I asked her, what does she think about what they're trying to do to the Department of Education? She said, it amuses me how instead of trying to fix their broken system in education, they are trying to dismantle it. That won't happen. And she said, there's a new generation. There's a new generation coming. Writers, poets, creators, and educators. They will change everything. That's what she said. I said, how can we fight? She said, educate yourselves. Information is key. Educate yourselves the right way. And then she said, do. That's what she did. She did. She saw what needed to be done, and she did it herself. I asked about Kamala Harris. She said, Kamala Harris is a righteous woman. She will be uplifted. She will be demanded by the people. And I asked her how, and again, she's another one. Showed me. Boy, I heard words though. I heard First I saw people walking, not marching. Then I heard going to the polls. And then, what is this? And then I saw like people pressing buttons. Like at first she showed me levers and then pressing buttons. And then I heard, especially women. And then I heard the word divine feminine. Let me just repeat that. Kamala Harris is a righteous woman. She will be uplifted. She will be demanded by the people. Demanded by the people. Okay? I don't know, but it felt like truth. I have no reason to not be truthful. My nose is itching so much. Okay. So, there you have it. There you have it. Mary McLeod Bethune. Look her up. Very inspiring. The next person I don't know, I just felt drawn to her. I felt her when I was looking at her story. First I saw her picture and I was like, oh, I felt very drawn. Her energy jumped in my energy. Like I felt her there. And I said, okay, I will channel. I read about her. Phyllis Wheatley. And she was an African-American author and a poet. She was born in West Africa and was kidnapped and sold into slavery at the age of 7. And she was a renowned poet. Many people loved her writing, her poetry. She had a hard life, especially towards the end of her life. A lot of tragedy. She was given her freedom, but even still then it was hard. But you could look her up. She wrote a lot about freedom. She wrote a lot about George Washington. Actually quite enjoyed her writing. She met him, I believe, a couple of times. But read her story, Phyllis Wheatley. Okay, she died young. So I channeled her and I just let her talk. I didn't really ask her too much. I just felt that she needed to talk. So I let her. She said, I did ask her about the United States. She said, oh, things will change. She's very, her energy's wispy. Okay, it felt very gentle, almost childlike, her energy. Okay. So she said, oh, things will change. Very optimistic too. Things will change. They change so much from my time. They will change, she said. And then she continued speaking. And she said, I am in awe of my people. I am in awe of my people. No, I'm sorry. She didn't say that. Hold on. I am in awe of our people. How far they have come. There is so much. She felt like, she felt breathless. Like, oh my gosh. Looking at everything. It's something she hoped for but didn't really imagine. It was like overwhelming. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. She said, I asked her, how do you think we could fight? She just said, continue to create, to dream, be optimistic, hope, pray, and love. And then she said, I am an example of freedom. Though life wasn't easy, I died a free woman, she said. Life was hard for her. Life was hard. And even at the end of her life, she ended up as a washerwoman. She ended up in servitude, basically, after her husband passed. I think he got imprisoned or he passed. But she still, she still believed she did. That's what she said. I died a free woman. I am an example of freedom. Though life wasn't easy, I died a free woman, she said to me. And that made me very emotional. I asked about Kamala. She got very excited. She said, oh, she is something, isn't she? She has gone far. I have never seen a woman so strong. Many people look up to her and admire her. A black woman as president. I never thought I would see it, but here we are. That's what she said. And that was that. I really like her energy. Very gentle. Very strong. She's unassuming until she speaks. And you're like, whoa, you have a lot to say. Alright. I did JFK. My guy just told me to do JFK. I was like, let me just do JFK. Why not? Okay. I asked him about, I had a hard time understanding him. His energy, I couldn't really connect very well to his energy. I could, but it wasn't strong. I don't know if it's because I had been doing it. I don't know. I had a hard time. But I got some stuff. I asked him about the status of the United States, and he said, hold on, it's backwards. He immediately said, I think it is laughable to see. What it has become is a shame. It has gone awry. That's what he said. I'm like, yeah, but anyway. I asked him about Donald Trump, and he shook his head, and he called him a bag man. That's the first thing he said. I said, what? He said he shook his head. I asked about Donald Trump, and he started shaking his head. And he said he is a bag man. And that what is his accent? What is it? Anyway. He said he is a bag man. Then he said something that I couldn't understand. And I kept asking him to repeat it, and it was a word. It was a place. I don't know. I couldn't understand it. He said something that I did not understand, but he said he is a bagman, and then he said something else that he was. And then he called him a Russian soldier. He said he is a bagman, and he is blah blah. I couldn't understand. And then he said he is a Russian soldier. And I said, what? Not surprising. He said he will try to dominate the country, but will fail because he doesn't have the manpower behind him. And he said he isn't intelligent. In that New England accent. Is he from there? I don't even know. It sounded like a New England accent. He is a bagman. And a Russian soldier, and whatever the other thing he said. It sounded like, first it sounded like Whitfield. And I said, and then I asked him to repeat. And then he said, Wakefield. Wakefield, he kept saying. And I'm like, what is that? I even looked it up, and it kind of didn't make sense. Maybe you guys could try to decipher that. I don't know. Wakefield. He is a Wakefield. And that don't make sense to me. So I don't think that's what it was. Okay. I asked him, "Well, do you think he'll last as president?" He said, "Absolutely not. He will not last as president. There are people after him," he said. He doesn't know. There are people after him he doesn't know of. He doesn't even know of that there are people after him or who they are. There are people he doesn't even know of after him. And then he continued, he has no idea. He has no idea the damage he has caused himself and our country. Then I asked about Kamala. I kind of didn't care about his opinion to ask, but I asked anyway. He said, I have never seen anyone as brave as her. She will be the one to lead the nation. She will be the one to lead this nation back to rights, is what he said. And I said, okay. That was JFK, guys. He is a Wakefield. I don't know if that's correct, because I had a hard time. No, there's the bells. I had a little bit of a difficult time connecting. We got through it, you know. I heard some important stuff. He called him a bagman. He was shaking his head, and he said he is a bagman in that New England accent. He's a Russian soldier. Bless you, Scooter. Crazy. All right. I channeled General Charles Q. Brown Jr. I wanted to see where his thoughts were. You know, I did a reading on him, and the cards revealed, you know, he's not too worried. Like he said, the energy I felt was, I'll be fine regardless of what happens. He knows some things. He knows some stuff. So I channeled him, and he felt calm. He felt at ease. He wasn't, it felt okay. And I asked him, is he worried about losing his job? He said, no, I am not. I'm angry. I said, okay. I didn't even feel his anger. Very calm, cool, collected guy. Guess you have to be if you are upper star general, you know. I asked him, what will you do? He said, I cannot disclose that information. But then he said, it won't be good for Trump. Boop. Then he said, it won't be good for Trump. I asked him, are you going to take him to court? He said, I will do more than that. I will do more than that. Very calmly. Very calmly. I asked him, what do you believe they're trying to do? He said, I asked him about Donald Trump and Elon Musk. I think I asked him, does he believe they're trying to, destroy our country? Something to that effect. He said they are trying to cause chaos. No, he said they are trying to cause damage to our government and our Constitution. They both have their own agendas. Damage to our government and our Constitution. They both have separate agendas. Both will be exposed. No, they both have separate agendas and both will be exposed. That's what he said. He speaks, I've never heard him speak, but he speaks in this calm voice. Very calm, like, this is what it is. I'm letting you know that they are trying to damage, they're trying to destroy our democracy and our Constitution, and they both have their own agendas, and they will both be exposed. Like, very nonchalant, sort of reading the grocery list. Same tone, it doesn't waver, doesn't go up, doesn't go down. If he's angry, he's speaking the same way. So you know that person's dangerous. Oh, man. Oh, a man. Anyway. Kamala. She's very angry about something. I couldn't even talk to her. Her energy was very, very angry. Frustrated. And I just sat and I heard her voice. And I heard, I am angry. I'm angry that this has happened. I heard her say. And then I sat. I saw her like throw something, like papers. She was sitting at a desk. And I saw her throw like. And then I heard her, I was sitting there. And I'm like, I heard her voice very faint. And I like leaned forward, then I heard it louder, and she said, we have to move forward with this. Faster. We don't have a lot of time, I heard her say. So I'll pull for her today and see what's going on there. Okay. Last but not least is Mark Rutte. He's so... he's very diplomatic. He's very good at his job. Okay. And I channeled his energy first, and when I was done channeling him, I googled something about Ukraine and NATO. And he recently did a Q&A. He did a speech at a university in Europe. He did a Q&A. It was very good. It was very informative. And it's so crazy that he sounds exactly like that. Crazy. Anyway, he talked, part of the, I only watched a little bit, but what I did see, he talked a lot about Russia. And because someone asked a question basically saying, like, what is NATO doing? There needs to be more blatant, more work done, because Russia is doing a lot. They're interfering, and there's cyber attacks and, hybrid and all that stuff. And his answer was so eloquent and so, like, he just said the quiet part out loud, and basically. And he mentioned campaign interference. That's what he said, one of the things he said. And he basically said it's state-run terrorism. It's not hybrid. We have to call it what it is. And he talked a lot about what they were doing, and that he agreed with the man that more needs to be done. And it was so good to watch that. It's on NATO's YouTube channel. Please watch it. It's very informative, and what we have been talking about, it was basically what was talked about, and what I've been talking about when I channel him from the beginning. Russian is a disruptor. And he was, basically listing off all the things that they are doing, and interfering and cutting wires and all of those things he talked about. And he said state campaign interference. Anyway, he said that Russia's trying to destabilize people's governments. So they know, that's no secret. Anyway, so I channeled him and I connected. And he said, hello, Kimberly. Then he said, come back for more, have you? I said, yes. And I asked him, how does he feel about the U.S. and how they're handling foreign relations? And he said, I feel they are doing exactly what I expected them to do. Oh, he sent him back. I asked, does he believe Donald Trump will last as president? He says, no, I don't. And I said, why do you believe that? He said he does not see he is falling prey to Russia. He does not see how less powerful they are. He is a blind man walking into a fire. That's what he said. He is a blind man walking into a fire. He is saying that Russia is not powerful, but he doesn't see that. I asked him about U.S. relationship with NATO, and I said, do you think it will be ruined? He said, no, I do not think so. There are many other factors that depend on this. He said, damaged, possibly, but not ruined. Okay. I said, do you think he will, I said, how will he, I said, how will Donald Trump be exposed? My throat is, excuse me. Sorry if that was jarring, this cough. I said, how do you think he will be, what will happen to Donald Trump, I asked. He said, why did he say no? Oh, I asked him, I said, did I say, did I ask him, will Europe be, wait, I wrote it here. I don't even know why I'm not looking at that. I said, will NATO have something to do with him losing his seat as presidency? Something to that effect. And he said no, his own people will throw him out. And then the impression I got was not literally his own people, the people, us, okay? And then he's speaking to me. He's so good, right? Because he knows what to reveal. He knows what to say. To sort of make you go away. And I wrote, but I could feel it in his energy. And I know he knows that I know that he's moving around. He's moving sideways in what he's saying. He's not, in his answers, he's not like saying too much. He's saying things, but he's not revealing anything, which I find interesting. It's very interesting. I like that. I said, do you think he interfered in the election? Wait, no. I asked about the ICC investigation. I said, do you know of any investigation? He said, I'm aware. I have heard things. And he's implying that there's rumors, but there's not. I asked about Elon Musk. He said Elon Musk is in trouble in many countries. And I said, what kind of trouble is he in? He said, only the best kind. What did he say? I asked him, will he be arrested? He said, oh yes, without a doubt. Many Europeans are angry at him. That's what he said. That margarita. He does want Ukraine to join NATO. He does support that. There's a lot of red tape, but, you know, Ukraine was promised admission into NATO a few times in the last few years, but it's always been something. But they will be. They will be. But he watched that video on YouTube because he really named all the things and said what needs to be said out loud. I think they're at a point where they are saying what needs to be said, at least in Europe. Okay? Where are we with time? Okay. Let's look at... Let me take a few deep breaths first of all. Let me just breathe and pull out my protection prayer that I forgot to pull out. Why don't you guys breathe too? Take the next 10 seconds. I'll say this prayer. Just take the next 10 seconds to breathe, okay? Okay. All right, so I'm going to do Elon Musk and Donald Trump for the month of March. Okay, so I'm going to do Elon first. I think I'm going to do Elon first. have a new deck, but I'm going to use that for Donald. Elon Musk for the month of March. No, you saw I fixed the cards, and this came up reversed. Six of Pentacles. Elon Musk for the month of March. That card's coming out already. Wow. Wow. Elon Musk for the month of March. We have Three of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Devil. Not looking good. Elon Musk for the month of March. This was in reverse, Six of Pentacles. He will not be receiving. This might be too many. Eight of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'm going to shuffle again. If it comes up, then those are his cards. That was too many that jumped around. Elon Musk. You know, if three jumps out, it's fine. But if a slew, too many, they're meant to be, they'll come out eventually. Elon Musk for the month of March. Judgment always comes out for him. Seven of Swords in reverse. Put that there. Oh man. Knight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Let's lift this up a little bit. Okay. Knight of Swords. All those knights. All the time for these people. All these knights. They want you. They want them. Four of Cups. Same energy as before when I pulled for him for the end of June. Same sort of stubborn. It's telling me to put it over here. King of Pentacles. Telling me to put it here. Let me move my mic. One more. One more. Oh my God. Oh man. You see that giant crown on the top? Only the good kind. Telling me to put it right up here. Right on top. Only the good kind. The tower is always waiting. It's always there. And people who don't have self-awareness, who live in delusion, they never see it coming. But they keeping on with the nonsense. Anyway, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords. The Devil. Judgment. Four of Cups. Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords. Seven of Swords in reverse. He won't change. It's literally all this stubbornness here. You know what? No, that stays there. King of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. The Tower. Elon Musk for the month of March. You know, really with the Four Cups, I feel as though that is him, that's part of his mental, his emotional. He might be coming down, you know, from this, you know, I don't want to use the phrase manic, because I'm not diagnosing him. But sure, this sort of mania, you know, this excitement, it feels like he's always in everything I say here is entertainment purposes only. It's alleged, okay? Entertainment and informational purpose only. But it feels as though, with the Four Cups here, it feels as though on top of this stubborn energy, not listening to people, okay, for the month of March, continuing to pout and to say, like, I don't want this advice, or it also feels like apathy. It feels like maybe a little bit of reality is starting to come through. It's starting to shine through. You see, you know, he's backing away from the Doge thing. You know, he's saying, oh, putting his hands up and saying, like, no, I'm not in charge of that. No, that's true. This is part of it, it feels like. And so it's like inside, not his outward appearance, in March may start to feel like apathetic and detached. And like I said, he's going into this breakdown that's going to happen. Okay? My nose is itching so much. That's a good sign, guys. So that's the Four Cups, right? And then we have it's touching the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is a card of give and take, okay? And when it's reversed, and the King of Pentacles is on top of the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, okay? Three of Swords is about betrayal and disappointment, okay? I sense here with the Six of Pentacles next to it in reverse, it could be, perhaps, it could be sanctions being put on him. It could be, because it's about, the Six of Pentacles is giving and receiving. It's about charity, okay? It's about help. It's about resources, okay? And the King of Pentacles is on top. And we have the Three of Swords, right? So it could be like sanctions, or it could be an investment that he was expecting. It didn't come through. Okay, he might have to give money, perhaps, but some sort of disappointment concerning investments and money, his money. It will be a huge, a huge. I sense that it will be sort of a beginning, it feels like. Okay, and so I sense that these three cards here, with the Four of Cups, sort of like waking him up a little bit with whatever is going to be delayed here with his money. The sort of like not getting something, not things progressing, okay, in a big way. And it has to do something with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Okay. And I often see the Knights and their energy. And the Knights are people and their energy. I'm beginning to understand that it's not their energy. It's other people's actions coming in to slow their progression or to stop them in some way. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, you know, they come in with they throw their wands, they leap into action. They bring truth, okay, they bring news, the Knight of Wands, and so does the Knight of Swords, okay. They bring clarity, they bring information with the Page of Swords. I have labeled that as information. This is bad. As I'm reading this, it's like a story is unfolding here. And with the Eight of Wands here, is happening quickly. This is a quick progression or regression, you know. And it's going to cause this, I feel like. Or it's almost like he senses, right? He's sensing something. I'm going to look at how he felt about the German election, but he's sensing something, and it's bringing on this apathy, detachment, sort of like pouty or deep contemplation, thinking a lot, but it's not moving you anywhere, it feels like. Okay. So Page of Swords, these two knights here, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, is bringing in some sort of information that will cause disappointment, a great disappointment for him, and some pain. It has to do with money. Okay, and information, the Page of Swords, and it'll happen quick. And we have the Devil here. Listen, look, he always gets the Judgment card. All the time. More often than not, he gets a Judgment card. A card of literal judgment, okay? A card that will force you to look at yourself because of your circumstance, okay? A card that it's a card of karma. So whatever you put out into the universe, you get back with the Judgment card. And the Seven of Swords is in reverse. And that's, Seven of Swords it's a refusal to change. You can't walk out of a toxic situation or a situation that's falling apart. You may have, strategically planned something and been sneaky. This could have something also to do with the German election. But I feel like it's more. I'm going to look at that more specifically. But this is about, you think you got away with something, but you didn't. And you may be forced to acknowledge what you did. And the Judgment card is here. Okay? And that's what the Judgment card is like. You have to take responsibility for what you've done, for your actions. The Judgment card encourages you to. And so he may be forced to. And the Devil is here. And the Devil, we know what that is. I've labeled who that is. But also the Devil is your mind. The Devil is addiction. The Devil is negative thoughts, shadow, dark thoughts. You can't move all of this energy is here for him in March. Not good. And the Tower, because of all of this big heavy stuff, it starts all here. And pressure and your plan falling apart. And you really can't escape it with the devil. You're chained to the devil. You could try, but you can't. And then the Tower. Your crown falling off, the lightning bolt. You're falling from the Tower. Everything is starting to destruct, fall apart. Okay? Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's pull out true crime. I'm gonna just pull a few here. This is Elon Musk, guys, okay, for the month of March. The Tower is always there. That is so interesting to me. Look what's on the bottom. Fire. Inside. Fire with the Tower. Affair. And perhaps he will be exposed for having I'm not looking at love. I'm looking at the bigger stuff. An affair with, I mean, it's not a secret. And, you know, like the wooing foreign enemies. Spouse, partner. His energy chooses to show me this. I guess that's a big part of his life. Water. Burial again. Death. Healing. Yeah. Crime of passion again. Something's going on there. Male. Perversions. They all get the same cards. I know I said I would pull a few, and this is a mess, but they all get the same cards. Legal proceedings. And something in his personal life is, you know, I was told he had his 14th child. I didn't know he had that many children. Perversions, male, spouse, partner, crime of passion, legal proceedings, some healing, perhaps burial. What I know about Elon Musk is he will be forced to look at himself. His illusions will shatter. That will be his ending. Let's look at Donald Trump. I wanted to use my new deck with him, but I'm going to use this one. Or should I use my new one? Let me see. I use my new one. This is the Neoteric Feminine Tarot. Not a promotion, but this is my new tarot deck. I keep buying decks, but whatever. It's my joy, so you know. Let's see. I shuffled a lot earlier. I put my energy in them. Isn't that cool? And the back is cool too. Look at the back. Donald Trump for the month of March. Oh, jeez, I didn't even do anything. Cards want to come out. Don't go on the floor. Y'all wouldn't believe what fell, what came out. Okay. Alright, hold on. Wait, what? Okay, those two. I'll put back there. I didn't. Let me make sure that nothing fell on the floor. Okay. Alright. It was 4 cards. Okay, it wasn't 5. It wasn't 6 like before. Donald Trump for the month of March. If those cards come up again, then those are his cards too. Y'all wouldn't believe when I show you what cards came out. Donald Trump for the month of March. Donald Trump for the month of March. Cards are easy to shuffle. I like it. Okay, so we have the 4 of Wands. Sure. But then we have the Hangman. Then we have Judgment. Then we have Justice. Say hello. These are the cards that fell out. Okay. So let's see what else we got here. King of Wands on the bottom. Ace of Pentacles. King of Cups. That is not his energy. Queen of Cups. King and the Queen of Cups. Interesting. 6 of Swords. Goes on top. No, it goes bottom. Let me shuffle some more because you know this is a new deck, so don't want the cards to come out 5, 6, 7, 8 of Swords. Yeah, you have to shuffle to make sure that it's shuffled. Donald Trump, month of, for the month of March. Knight of Wands is there. Page of Pentacles. Everything feels slow. Everything feels slow. Knight of Wands. There's that Knight. Page of Wands. Nope, I'm sorry. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. It feels like goes here. One more. Ten of Pentacles. Not a bad month. Sure. Sure. Okay, we started with the Seven of Swords down here. Okay. All this energy surrounding this King and Queen of Cups is not his energy. This is someone. Because we have judgment and justice here. There are delays here. Okay. It feels like what his energy is showing me is like things he's looking at, things he's expecting, good things. But then on the flip side, what they're showing me also is reality. There's a lot of delays. Okay. This whole thing here, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, right? The Judgment card, the Justice card, the Page of Pentacles. This sort of hold on. Let me do this correctly, as I'm jumping all over, and I apologize for that. It's just how the energy is coming out. This energy feels very chaotic. Anyway, let's get back to the Four of Wands. This is what he's looking at. Stable foundation and his plans, you know, celebrating his successes, but it's not reality. Saying things that are just like off the wall, his typical him. Saying things that are lies, saying things that are false here, thinking it's building some sort of stability, some like he's saying like I have this stable, you know, this stable ground. With the seven of swords here, it's like not reality. You have lies. You're a cheater, you know. Or he could be even it's like he's looking at what's in front of him. I always see an image of him, a vision of him, whenever I'm in his energy of him sitting. He doesn't do work. There's no work being done. But what he does is he sits on this couch and just watches the news. He watches propaganda. He watches his lies. And in his mind, it affirms what he says out loud, you know. And he repeats what he sees on the news. And that's the work that he does. That's how he's president in his mind. Okay, so like he believes his own he believes his own hype with the Seven of Swords here. And the Four of Wands, again, makes him feel powerful. And the Six of Swords here, right, on top of the Hangman, is all these delays that he has to face. But he's not looking at it. Because I feel that he's like, I'm good. He feels good in this energy. But the Spirit always shows me the truth of what is really happening, despite the goodness that appears to be happening that he's looking at. Because you have delays here with the Hangman. Six of Swords is moving from chaos into calmness. Four of Wands is moving, it's balance, right? It is having a stable, but the Hangman is here. So it's saying like that's not really reality. It's delays, it's a slowed progression, it's slow movements. But he's ignoring that. With the Six of Swords, a card of healing, you know, but the Hangman is here. And the Eight of Swords is here. He's trapped in something. Perhaps a mental restriction. Perhaps mental deterioration. You know. But he's not acknowledging that. Mental clarity is a slow thing with him, with the Hangman here. You're right. And Page of Pentacles is new projects and ideas you want to implement, and that's slowed with the Hangman. The Hangman is affecting all of this. Okay. And then you have Judgment. And that, I feel, as we're moving through this energy, this is what is the outcome of this slow, these pauses or these interruptions. Okay, the Judgment card, like I said, with Elon, I was about to call him Eli, with Elon, I'm just seeing what it's saying to me. Judgment and Justice. And the Queen and King of Pentacles is on it. So this isn't his energy. This is someone or something that is bringing this. Judgment is a card of karma. Okay, it's what you put out, what you get. It's a card of making you take responsibility. It's a card of discernment, needing discernment. Okay, he does not have that. We all well know. And justice. Okay, justice is also discernment. Justice is fairness and balance and truth. And these two people might, with the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups surrounding these two things, I'm not quite sure who this is, but this is bringing this to the table. It could be you know, I did label the court cards as like in this situation when I pull for them is like judges, lawyers. This could be let me get a clarifier actually. Why don't I do that? Why don't I do that? Ace of Swords. The Chariot. And the Lovers. Someone's making a choice, a decision about him. The Chariot is rushing in, okay, to your goals, to the end. As a clarifier for the Queen of Cups, and the Lovers is a clarifier for the King of Cups. The Lovers is about big life choices. Oh, interesting. And Five of Wands is out there, exposure. All right. Jeez. Someone's going to make a choice about him, and it's going to have something to do with judgments, okay? Facing your, taking responsibility for your actions, injustice, okay? Balance and fairness and justice, possible legal proceedings, more lawsuits that he will lose probably, okay? Ace of Pentacles, but through all that, he's just like tra-la-la. Because that is how he operates. Because if only the people around him will be affected. Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. That's, you know what? My nose is itchy. I feel like Ten of Pentacles are the people. That's what I feel like. They have the Five of Wands, exposure, Ace of Pentacles. I will say this, he is not in, will be ignoring reality. That's what he's good at. Let's take a look at the true crime. So, he will be ignoring reality. There will be delays, okay? A decision will be made. I feel like the people's involved in some way. King of Cups and Queen of Cups is not his energy. It's someone that's going to bring in the judgment energy and the justice energy for the month of March. This came out before, so I'm going to keep shuffling. If it comes out, that's his energy. Didn't get the Tower this go around, but Elon did. That doesn't look good. Look, regret, judgment. That's what judgment represents too, regret. Regrets. Interesting. All right. Okay. My guys are telling me the front and the back. So let's do the back first. Okay, so we got regret. We got female. We have fraud. And, you know, par for the course. Motel, hotel. We got landfill again. Something about a landfill. I feel like hiding something or We got alive. Okay, now he's saying look at the, so we have cover up. We have drugs and poison, I mean. We have surveillance, secret, okay. He will regret something, perhaps about a female. Something about fraud, maybe. I mean, that's par for the course, right, guys? Motel, hotel, and a landfill. And alive. What does that mean? I have no idea. Cover up, surveillance, drugs and poison. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know, and not that I don't know, but when you're a bag man and you involve yourself with people, you know some things, I'm sure, allegedly. Okay, but for the month of March, there's something about judgment and justice. There'll be a lot of delays that he refuses to look at the truth of things, or reality. He lives in his own created, structured reality. Nobody could tell him anything if it doesn't affirm what he tells himself. So the cards often, I always say that when I read for him, it's not always the truth. And I've been doing it so much, I understand what I'm looking at. My guides always tell me, for Donald Trump, I always understand what I'm seeing, because I'll see his reality and the reality. Interesting. Okay, let's do, what time is it? Okay. Someone's TV is very loud. Okay, Mark Rutte and NATO. This is an extension of NATO. I'm not quite sure. Oh, you know what I should have looked at? Oh wait, let's do very quickly. Sorry guys, not Mark Rutte. I want to see really quickly how Elon feels about the German election. Jeez. How does he feel about the German election? German election results. Something about money. This card wants to come out? No, that's too many. Let me just do real quick. You definitely put some investments there. Just heard the word dry run. Yeah, he's not happy. He's not happy. The Chariots. Yeah, he's not happy. Real quick, I'm just going to do 1 minute of this. Ace of Swords in reverse. He's unhappy. He did invest money. He invested a lot of money with the Queen of Pentacles there and the King of Wands. He thought he could exert his will. I heard the phrase dry run, okay? And he thought for the long term this was going to be a good, this was going to be something good for him with the Nine of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. With the 5 of Wands, I've labeled this card as exposure in this situation, okay? But it also feels like maybe there was too many, it feels like someone intervened. That's with the 5 of Wands, everyone having their own agenda, okay? And he sort of sees that. Ace of Wands, your plans went kaput. Your actions were done. The Ace of Wands in reverse. There's no new beginning here. There's no yes. And I could see him, I feel him looking at this 5 of Wands, sort of wondering what happened. He's like, we had this thing, in his mind. We were trying to build this, and it just didn't work. I want to know what happened, how they do that. The Chariot, the Chariot, he thought he had control. But the 5 of Cups denotes that he did not. 5 of Cups is a card of loss, grief, upset, disappointment, sadness. He's unhappy about that, okay? All right. Real quick, Mark Rutte and NATO. I don't know what to ask. What am I looking at? Let's just look at actions. Let's see what comes out. Oh. Okay. This card wants to come out. Okay. Temperance. Ace of Swords. 8 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. And this just sort of confirms what Mark Rutte talked about in his video, in his Q&A. I keep hearing Ukraine. I keep hearing Russia. Magician. Yeah. The devil. I'm gonna put this here for now. Queen of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. They feel like they're moving in the right direction. Ace of Wands. Mobilizing, taking action, taking different actions. 7 of Cups. Being discerning and how they tackle this. It's really interesting because it's like, if Donald Trump is in fact, what he is in regards to Russia. It's clear that he has their agenda at his heart. It's clear and blatant now. It's clear and blatant. The Empress. Again, always comes out. Always comes out. Page of Cups. What did I say? If they're doing creative things, they are taking a creative approach on how to deal with this disruptor. The ultimate problem Russia is. And when you have a U.S. president that you are utilizing, that's a real problem. But Mark Rutte didn't feel worried. Every time I ask about, I don't know, and again, it could just be his thing that he does where he's talking sideways to me because he can't say much of what is direct. If that makes sense? His energy, I mean. Look. The Hierophant. Governments. Institutions. Two of Swords. They're really trying to be, now I feel like this is about Russia. They're really trying to be, they're trying to handle this in the right way. And they may not have it fully sussed out. Because things change so quickly. News comes out so quickly. And it's almost like switching playbooks all the time, it feels like. But they're at the same time now it feels like with the Magician, it's very powerful. They have so much power. With the Magician here, they have most of everything. They have all this, right? Whatever it is, information, money, whatever it is, they have it, right? To deal with this Russia, to deal with the disruptor, I'll call them that. To deal with the disruptor. And it's happening quickly with the Eight of Wands here. I'll get to this in a second, but it's happening. I'm going to put this here. It's Two of Swords. Right? This is the disruptor, the devil. And news comes out all the time. And they often have to, it feels like I could see, like, we're going to do this. No, this is what we'll do. Switching playbooks. All the different countries involved. Okay? And constantly changing, right? Constantly, but they're being, now they are prepared and they're moving ahead of them, of the devil. Okay, with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Swords, they want to be very discerning and careful. And so they don't move. It's not like they make a quick decision with the Two of Swords here. Two of Swords is like slow moving. You feel like you can't make a choice. Mental restriction. But this is done strategically, I sense. Because the Seven of Pentacles is here, is building up something, methodically. Making something flourish. Okay? Doing something creative with the Empress. Power. And you have the Magician here. King and Queen of Pentacles, their things are stable. Despite what's going on here. And the disruption is almost just like, yeah, this was expected. This Mark Rutte is the perfect person to be in charge. He is the perfect, channeling him, I feel that he, like I said, he has his own psychic gifts and stuff like that. But when I was watching him, you could feel, when I watch people, I could feel, because I'm looking at them, and I can feel the energy even more. And so I'm like, as he's speaking, I'm like, he's the perfect person for this moment. Okay. Stable, steady, unwavering, grounded, smart, diplomatic, persuasive, but knows when he has to be aggressive. Okay, perfect person. Temperance. They're trying to bring a balance back to these institutions, these countries, the governments, in a creative way. Okay. Let me see how they feel about the German election. Okay. Let me check these cards. He's not afraid to say the truth. Mark Rutte. He's not afraid to be like, when that guy was speaking and saying like, y'all not doing enough. He was like, you're right. He said, yeah, you're right. We do need to do more. This is what we're doing now. And he spoke with such authority and saying the truth. And I wish U.S. would do that. The United States would speak what is really happening. Not just social media interference, like real, true interference. Even that to me is a problem. Misinformation on social media. That's a real issue. To me, that is cheating. That is a real big issue. That does not mean that our elections are secure then, if you keep letting this happen. And on top of, they're really not secure. But what they do with voting rights. Oh man, it is so frustrating. Okay, what does NATO feel about German election results? What does Mark Rutte and NATO feel about? And to me, if their focus is on the disruptor, and the disruptor is utilizing the United States president, quote unquote president, and the government to disrupt. What does that mean? What does that mean? Are they is everyone just going along with it? Like, yeah, that's what it's, because the sense I'm getting, they're waiting. There's so many different things happening. It's like a web, guys. It's a web. They are analyzing data about it. They're happy about it. The Two of Cups, the Queen of Swords. They're analyzing data. Interesting. Page of Wands. Page of Swords. What's this I hear about delays? Let's see. Two of Wands, looking towards the future. Yeah, they're happy. They're relieved. Knight of Wands. They're still doing something though. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah. They are analyzing data here. Okay. And the Page of Swords is here. The Three of Pentacles is here. Experimenting with the data. Looking at it. Perhaps in secret. Eight of Wands. This is very secretive, it feels like. I see like, yeah, that's the, you know, I see this like, yes. King of Swords, look. Nine of Cups, very satisfied. And the Allies, they came back. I haven't seen that card in a long time. Yeah, they're happy. The Hangman, right? The delay, they delayed this, you know, this fascism, you know. The Six of Wands here. Three of Cups is here. Yeah, they're relieved. They're happy. Ten of Cups is here. The Star is here. Yeah, they're like, okay, and Justice is here too. Ten of Cups. Justice, the Emperor is there. Star. There's a lot of relief there. And they're also, it feels like they're looking at the data there, collecting it and seeing, you know, what else they could see. And it feels like it's felt like a joint effort with the Two of Cups. Two of Cups also, this is the NATO card too, in relation to NATO members. You know, if only that could have happened with us. Justice brought back the balance. A lot of excitement, but still looking. My guides are saying they're doing something with this data. They're using it, and when I pulled for NATO, when I just pulled for them before I did the election, it's like the planning they have with the disruptor, whatever data they're looking at from their members and information, it's like it's helping them move ahead. Every time the new information comes, or every time, it's like they are one step ahead of them, of the disruptors. Constantly changing playbooks, constantly with new information, new intelligence, it feels like. And so it keeps them a step ahead. That's why he feels calm in his energy, Margarita. Interesting. How will that play in with us? Let's see. What time is it? Okay, I'll do this in 5 minutes. Let's see how NATO is looking at the U.S. right now. The U.S. administration. Hangman, Four of Pentacles, Death. Hangman, Four of Pentacles, Death. And we have the Five of Pentacles here. And we have the Empress here. That might be Russia. Somebody told me that. Someone told me that. Ten of Swords. They're not viewing us as very good right now. King of Swords. Justice. Okay, Ten of Cups. This might be something I have to shuffle. Same cards. Interesting. Now, if these same cards come out, then that's... Eight of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. The wheel can turn either way with us and them. Two of Swords. Nope, that is the Four of Swords. Not good. Two of Cups. Okay. They want a stable. You know, I think the world is here. Okay, I think the issue is that King of Cups is there. Queen of Swords. That wanted to come out. Real quick, I think the issue is they see the turmoil. We're not stable to them right now. Like at all. There's this mistrust here, but there's a sense of wanting to have diplomacy with us because they want a good relationship. They don't want issues with us. But obviously, you know who is going to make that difficult. So with the Two of Cups here and the Hanged Man here is a delay in that, you know, treaty. Not to say, oh, it's ruined and they're going to, you know. But they're recognizing and they're feeling that this is not, obviously, it's not Biden. It's the same as when he was president before, Donald Trump. So he became, everyone dislikes this man. And we became, you know, foreign-wise, in terms of foreign relations, we were isolated. So this Two of Cups here that is always a NATO card, is always foreign relations, having balanced, stable relationships with your allies. That's not here right now. It's not stable because the Hangman is here and the Ten of Swords is here. They may even be looking at the administration as someone who is, they may know that there's betrayal there. And they may not even be sharing information with this administration, allegedly. See, you have the Four of Pentacles here. There is no change. You have the Death card here. They're analyzing. They're looking at us. They might even be, listen, the administration. DT's administration. The Five of Pentacles here, a lack. They may even be looking at us as bad luck. They're looking for balance, obviously. You know, it's the United States. But they're really not, they're watching. There's a coldness there now with these two here. Shrewdness. So scrutinizing energy from NATO. They know something. Obviously, it's blatant. And it's not the U.S. as the country itself, but the administration. That's a shame that they're watching. The Eight of Swords is there. Five Pentacles. They see, you know, you can't just, it wouldn't make sense. It would have to be something very extreme would have to occur for them to, you know, do something against their member. But yeah, they ain't looking at us, at the administration, with trust and security, and knowing that things will be a-okay. You could trust us, you know, we're members. Anyway, what time is it? Let's do Kamala real quick. I'm going to do her quickly, and let's look at her real quick for the month of March. Kamala Harris for the month of March. End off on a good note, you know. Page of Wands, yeah. Knight of Wands. Yeah, Two of Swords, whatever that was. Whatever that was. Seven Pentacles. Let's go. The month of March. The Empress. She keeps coming. This Empress here keeps coming. It came out multiple times in NATO, and it comes out here. It's not Russia, because I didn't label the card as that in my readings, okay? But it always comes out for her. Always. Five of Pentacles is there. Yeah, something is up. Page of Cups. The Star. Two of Cups. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see what's here. Temperance. She has the same cards as NATO and Mark Rutte. It is a different deck. Okay. Six of Cups. There's that. Eight of Pentacles. She's looking for progression, and she's working hard towards it. Though there may be blocks. Ten of Cups. Let's close here. the moon. The moon. It goes there. King of Pentacles. Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. That's the anger I felt there. Yeah, that's why the Two of Swords is here. It's like she's tired. Right, this goes here. Five of Pentacles. There's something here that's Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands. It's here. Mark Rutte. The Star is here. Two of Cups. Six of Pentacles. High Priestess always. Why is that always coming up? Secrets. She's working towards her power. She's working towards a goal that is difficult. And this is a 7. Yeah, she's trying to make something flourish, and it's difficult. Here is the anger that I felt. With the Two of Swords, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. It's a small thing though. It's like she had a moment she let herself have, and then she breathed and she's back at it, you know, but it's difficult. I feel it in the energy, and most of these cards are very positive. You know, they're pretty good cards. She has faith. The Six of Pentacles is giving, receiving. She is receiving support and assistance in this endeavor that she's working towards. This down here is hers, she's saying. Six of Cups is healing, okay? It's like looking back and learning your lessons. And this is also her mom's energy, where she told her what she is, who she is. Okay? And the Ten of Cups is really... Man, she's working hard towards something. Let me get a clarifier for, if I can. It's like a multitude of things happening here. And Mark Rutte is there with the Page of Cups right here. Okay. And the Two of Cups is the NATO card. I'm not saying that, you know, but it's interesting that that energy would come up in her energy. And she's working diligently on something, mastering something. And I sort of heard like, oh, starting over. We gotta start over. And it caused some anger and frustration for her here. In a moment of like, oh, I gotta push through this again. That's what it felt like. But she's working towards, this is in her energy, the Ten of Cups, and she's sort of reminding herself, even looking back, reminding herself who she is. With the Six of Cups, looking back and like remembering, like, oh yeah, I have to get it together. Yeah. The Lovers. A decision. A decision has to be made. Do I continue and, continue to push? The Seventh, her card. She's gonna push, whatever that is. That is not in her nature to stop. High Priestess, she has secrets. Page of Wands. She also often gets the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is, they bring news. Knight of Swords. Bringing in the truth, mental clarity. Temperance is healing, a balance. The Star and the Moon, trusting your intuition here. Having hope and faith. This is all in her energy because whatever she's dealing with is difficult. I can say that. I know I keep repeating that, but I want to emphasize that it's not easy for her. It's not easy for us, but it's not easy for her. She works. She has done work. And so when I see things like she has to step up, she's stepped up. She stepped up in the Senate, and she stepped up when she was vice president. This Mark Rutte in NATO keeps coming up. She was excellent at foreign relations. They loved her. She was excellent. And now it feels like secrets. It feels like something is happening that's a big secret. And it's difficult. Ten of Wands, that standing your ground. This always comes up in her energy. She won't quit. So there you have it. Do I still believe she will be president? That's what the energy says. Right on, Scooter. I'm not making predictions, but let's see. Will Kamala Harris somehow take the presidency in 2025? Will Kamala Harris somehow take the presidency in 2025? And it says yes. So, I don't know. Who am I to argue with? The universe and my spirit guides. Okay. How? I don't know. But what I'm told is it's going to be crazy. What Maya Angelou said, what Mary McLeod said, they will demand her. And what she showed me, Maya Angelou? Okay. Well, guys, that's all I have. Tomorrow will be Q&A. Please be sure to ask your question, not in the comment of this video, but on the community post, okay? Please like, comment, and subscribe. And take care of yourselves. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.